everybody, happy Friday. Sadly it's not quite as sunny as it has been. Just went outside in the garden to film and it started raining, thank you very much. Also I'm aware that we've done a lot of yoga stuff lately, and my abs are in need of a workout. So we're going to do a classical Pilates series today. So we're going to start standing. Sorry if you sit down, and I'm not going to be standing for long, so the fact that you can't see my head doesn't matter for a second. So you're going to start standing at the front edge of your mat, feet hip width apart, and then take one foot in front of the other. If you need a bit of a wider base of support, you can take that foot further out. Come up onto your toes, stack your elbows and your hands like this, and then slowly, keeping your heels lifted, start to lower yourself down onto your heels. Try and hold it there, and then with control, roll all the way back down into the mat. We're going to start just by bringing your knees in, taking a few rocks from side to side, getting intimate with the mat. And then we're going to start with the 100. So arms are long and strong by your sides, up by your hips, fingers are knitted together. You've got the option of having your legs in tabletop, having them up towards the ceiling, or having them on the high diagonal. This is absolutely fine if you have any lower back problems or weaknesses. This is only if you're really quite advanced. So you're going to curl your head, neck and shoulders up, look into your abdominals, and you're going to pump the hands as you inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, in and out. In and out. Halfway there and out. Inhale and exhale. Anytime you need to put your head down or have a break, that's absolutely fine. We're going to go up to 100, but if you do 50, that's still beneficial. And we have 2 more breaths left. And when you finish, draw your knees in and give them a hug. Just rock from side to side. If this hurts your neck at any point, please do just put your head down. And then we're going to start with the carry on with the half roll down. So put your hands behind the back of your knees and rock yourself up to seated. Have your feet a good 2 or 3 hand widths away from your sit bones. Hands on top of your knees. Inhale to sit tall. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under and start rolling back as far as your sacrum. Inhale there, and then exhale to roll back up. We're going to do 4 more. Inhale, lift, exhale, roll. If you want to go a little further each time, that is absolutely your prerogative. Inhale, lift, exhale, roll back. Inhale there, exhale to roll up. 3 more. Make sure you don't go all the way down and that your chin stays tucked in. The furthest you should really be going is just your shoulder blades. And last one. And then just give your knees a hug and have a rest for a moment, because we're going to do some similar half roll downs, but with a twist, which is a bit tougher. So up to you. You can have your hands on your knees, you can have your arms out in front of you if you want a bit more of a challenge, or you can have your arms all the way up. I wouldn't do that if you've got tight shoulders. So you're going to inhale to sit tall, exhale to roll back to about your sacrum. Inhale there, exhale, twist right. Inhale, exhale, center. Inhale, exhale, twist left. Inhale, exhale to center. Inhale, exhale right. Inhale, exhale center. Just check your knees, make sure they're not rocking from side to side. We're going to do 1 more on either side. So right, inhale, exhale center. Inhale to prepare, exhale left. Inhale, exhale center, and then exhale to come all the way back up again. And again, just dive over your legs, take moment. The next one is the leg circles. So roll all the way into the mat. You can either have your feet flat on the mat, or if you're quite strong, you can extend your left leg along the mat. Either way, bring the right knee into your chest and send it towards your shoulder. Then extend it towards the ceiling. It can be slightly bent if you want to, but your knee should be externally rotated. So your knee should be facing towards your shoulder. Arms on the strong by your sides, and you're going to inhale to draw that leg in. Exhale to send it across, around, and up. In, across, around, and up. Inhale to draw it in. Exhale across, around, and up. Last one this way. And then draw the knee in. Give it a stretch, and we're going to change legs. So draw that left knee in. Make sure the knee is facing towards the left shoulder. Extend it towards the ceiling. Make sure it's externally rotated. Arms long and strong by the sides. Inhale to draw the leg in. Exhale to bring it across the body, around and up. In, across, around and up. 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. And then draw that knee in. And now we're going to take it with a option for a slightly harder ab workout. So bring the right knee in again. Make sure that left leg or foot is grounded. It can be like this, that's absolutely fine. If your leg is grounded, you can hover it 2 inches out of the mat. Don't lift your head. It's a much harder ab workout because your abs are working to hold that leg up as well. But this time we're going to bring it in and then send it way, around and up. In, away, around and up. 3 more. Make sure your hips aren't rocking from side to side. So you might want to put your hands on your hips and just make sure they're stable. If that slows down your movement, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure you're stabilising to work into those abs, and then draw the knee in and switch legs again. So again, either foot on the floor or leg extended. Extend the left leg towards the ceiling. Hover that bottom of that standing leg if you want to, and then in, away, around and up. In, away, around and up. 3 more. Last 2. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, exhale, and then draw both knees in and just rock from side to side in your sacrum, massaging that out. And then rock all the way up to seated. Now for the next one, we're going to be doing some rolling. If you've got quite a hard floor like I have, or quite a thin mat or both, it might be a good idea to have a blanket or another mat underneath you, just because this can be quite hard on the spine. This is rolling like a ball. So you're going to bring your heels in towards your seat, put one hand on each shin, or if you're quite advanced, you can cross your hands over in front of you like that and take hold of both shins. Elbows wide, tuck your chin in, and then hover your feet off the mat and just hold it in a ball shape. So your tailbone is tucked under, your abdominals are drawing back, your elbows are wide. And just take little rocks backwards and forwards, just till you feel like your abs might need to work to keep you there. You can keep doing this if it's enough, or keep your chin tucked in, rock back, lift your hips, and then rock back up again. Rock back to lift your hips, and come back up again. We're going to do 6 more of those. Keep drawing your abdominals in. If you're hearing a clunk as you go back or come up, it's because your abdominals have stopped working. Last 3. And 2, try and hover at the top here. Don't drop your feet. And last one. And then roll all the way into the mat. Draw both knees in. Now extend the left leg towards the ceiling. Take hold of the right knee. Keep the left hand on the right knee and take the right hand on the right ankle. And then curl your head, neck and shoulders up. You can have your foot towards the ceiling, a bit more to the high diagonal if you want a bit of a challenge, or to the low diagonal if you're quite strong and advanced. Curl your head, neck and shoulders up unless that hurts your neck. Elbows really wide for series of 5. So draw that leg in as much as you can as you exhale. Draw it in further and then inhale, switch. Draw it in further, exhale, inhale, switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. If your head, neck and shoulders are up, keep looking into your abdominals to make sure they're not popping out. Last one on either side. And then draw the knees in and rest your head, neck and shoulders down. So that's single leg stretch. Double leg stretch is arms and legs both towards the ceiling. Take your arms back, circle them around, and then draw the knees in. You can do this with your head, neck and shoulders up. You can do it towards the ceiling, or you can do it to the high diagonal, or lower if you're particularly advanced. So choose your poison. And you're going to inhale to send the legs and arms out, circle them out round as you exhale, and draw the knees back in. Inhale to send them out, exhale to circle around, and draw back in. Inhale and exhale. 5 more of these. Inhale and exhale. Again, if your head, neck and shoulders are lifted, make sure you're looking into your abdominals. Last 2. Last 1. And then again, head down, give yourself a hug. The next one is scissors, which people tend to like. So extend your legs towards the ceiling, take hold of one thigh or one shin with both hands and curl the head, neck and shoulders up. Use the traction on the back of the leg to do that. Extend the other leg out like scissors and then draw that leg in, draw it deeper and then scissor change. Pull, pull and switch. Pull, pull and switch. Pull, pull and switch. As always, keep the head, neck and shoulders up only if it's comfortable. If this is really easy and you're not feeling it at all, you can take your arms down by your sides and do all the work just with your abdominals. 3 more on either side. And then draw the knees in and rest down into the mat. So that's scissors. Next one is lower lift. So you can have your hands underneath your sacrum in a diamond shape to protect your back if you've got any lower back issues or your abs need a bit of strengthening. If you're quite confident and quite advanced, you can take your hands at the back of your skull, at that area between the skull and the neck, and curl your head, neck and shoulders up. Either way, extend your legs towards the ceiling and keep them tightly together. And you're going to lower for 3, 2, 1 and draw up on 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1, exhale to draw up on 1. 3, 2, 1 and up. Now we're going to lower for 1 and lift 3, 2, 1. Lower 1, lift 3, 2, 1. Last 1, 3, 2, 1 and then draw your knees in and take a moment. That tends to be the one that people find the most punishing, challenging, whatever the positive word for all that is. Last one, everyone needs to have their hands behind their head, really supporting that area between the skull and the neck. Curl the head, neck and shoulders up, keeping the elbows wide. Extend the left leg away, keeping the right knee in, and then you're going to draw your left armpit towards your right knee as you twist for 3, twist deeper 2, twist deeper 1, and inhale, come to center. Change legs, twist for 3, 2, 1, and come to center. Try and stay up as high as you can, and try to avoid your hips swinging from side to side. We're going to do 1 more on either side. And then rest down. Take your feet to the mat, take them as wide as the mat, arms out by your sides, and then swing your legs towards the right, look towards the left, and just stretch out those abdominals. And then draw the legs back to center, take the left, look over to the right, really try and keep your shoulders into the mat, into the floor. And then come back to center. Bring your knees in, take hold of the back of your thighs and rock yourself up to seated. We're going to do spine stretch forward. So take your legs as wide as the mat, or a little less wide, maybe about a leg width apart. Arms out in front of you. Make sure you're really sitting up on your sit bones and your arms are out but your shoulders are back and down. Then you're going to inhale to sit tall. As you exhale, you're going to take your nose towards your navel, crown of the head towards the mat. Draw the abdominals back as you stretch forward. When you've got as far as you can, inhale to prepare, and then as you exhale, re-step the spine from the bottom to the middle to the top. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, stretch from the forehead, upper back, middle back. Keep drawing the abdominals back. Inhale there. Exhale to restack. If this is really hurting your hamstrings, you're welcome to bend your knees. We're going to do 3 more of those. Keep drawing those abdominals back as much as you can. If you have a willing volunteer near you, a really, really nice thing to do is to take your arms up in the air, get them to hold onto your wrists and pull you up when as they've got their leg in your back. Such a nice stretch. We'll do 1 more of these. Sorry if you can hear a bunny snoring. Right, so that is a spine stretch forward. We're now going to go into corkscrew. So again, coming down into the mat. If you have those lower back issues or you need a bit of support, you're very welcome to have your hands underneath your sacrum in that diamond shape again. Otherwise, extend your legs towards the ceiling. This time, arms on the strong by sides. Legs tightly together, toes pointed. Inhale to draw the legs in as much as you can. Exhale to send them round in a circle and up. Inhale, draw them in. Exhale, circle right, around, left and up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 1 more this way. Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to take it the other way. If you are quite strong, you can try lifting the tailbone as you circle round. But don't do that at the price of control. It should be a controlled lift rather than a throw. So we're doing 5 each way. Don't forget to breathe. And then draw the knees in and just take a moment. Again, rocking from side to side, giving yourself a hug. And then when you're ready, rock yourself up to seated and come to that wide-legged position again. If you've got lots of space, arms out towards the sides. If you haven't, you can have your arms out in front of you. I'll show you both. So we're going to do saw. So again, inhale to sit tall, exhale to twist to the right, and then reach towards your right foot, sweep your right arm behind you, and reach your left hand towards your toe. Inhale to sit tall. This is what it looks like wide-legged. Exhale to twist left, reach towards the left toe with the right hand, reach back with the right hand. You should really feel this through your obliques. Inhale, come to sit tall. Exhale, twist, reach and sweep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist, reach and sweep. Lift, twist, reach and sweep. Really reach through those abdominals like you're wringing out a tea towel. Last one to the left. And then come to centre and roll over onto your tummy for swan. So you want your hands one on top of the other underneath your forehead. Legs ideally together, but toes together, heels can be flopped out. Press your hip bones into the mat and draw your abdominals in and up. Then inhale to prepare, and as you exhale, just lift your head, heart and hands a few inches out of the mat. Hold it there, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower with control. 2 more of those. So inhale to prepare, make sure your abdominals are up and in. Lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower with control. 1 more. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Now take your hands down by your armpits. Make sure your elbows are really pressing towards the ceiling and your arms are in towards your body, so it's like you're hugging into your ribs. Hover your hands, lift your chest, make sure you're not extending your neck, and hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower with control. This time you can press your hands down into the mat, so hover them first, lift the head, neck and shoulders. Then you can press down into the mat, but keep your elbows drawing in, so they shouldn't go no more than 90 degrees. And then lower with control. And you can either take 2 more of those, or if you know it, and you've done it before, you can go for swan dive. And so you lift your hands, come up to that 90-degree angle, really engage all your glute and ab muscles, and then you're going to throw your arms out and lift your arms, unless you've got a cooker to, unless you've got an oven to bang into, you can rock backwards and forwards. And then come into a Sphinx pose, so elbows under shoulders, hands either into fist or press down into the mat. Make sure your abdominals are drawn up, your hip bones are strongly into the mat, legs are together, and then you're going to kick one heel in, kick it deeper, and then extend it long before you round it. Kick it in as you flex it, kick deeper and extend. Kick, kick, and reach. Kick, kick, and reach. If you want a bit of a challenge, try and lift that knee as you lift the leg. And that takes it into the hamstring quite a lot more. Keep pressing into your arms and really lifting your chest. One more on either side. And then when you're ready, press back onto your heels into child's pose. And you can either do extended child's pose or have your hands down by your heels. And when you're ready, uncurl, and you're going to come onto your side for side kick series. So lining up your elbow tip with the back edge of the mat, legs together, shoulders stacked, ribs stacked, hips stacked. Bring both legs to the front edge of the mat, so you're in a wide V shape. You can have your hand in front of you or behind your head, but just make sure you stay stacked. Bottom left leg presses down, top leg takes up to hip height. Flex that foot as you kick it forward, kick it deeper, and then point to take it all the way back. Flex to kick, kick, and point to reach. Kick, kick, and reach. Kick, kick, and reach. 5 more of those. Make sure your leg isn't going up or down, it's staying on the same trajectory. Last one, and then restack the legs. Just press down on the hip to make sure that top leg hasn't shortened, so it's the same level as your bottom leg. And then you're going to point the knee towards the ceiling and kick up for 3, 2, 1, and then flex that foot to resist it down. Point to kick 3, 2, 1, and flex. 3, 2, 1, and resist. Changing the rhythm, up for 1, down for 3, 2, 1. Up for 1, down for 3, 2, 1, up for 1, down for 3, 2, 1, then into circles. So heel to heel, size of melon for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then draw the knees in as if you're sitting in a chair, and we will do clam. So open the knees, keeping the heels together, close the knees, open the heels. And switch for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then hover that top leg to hip height and just do little pulses from the hip for 10, 9, 8, this should burn, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Then come onto your back and we'll stretch out that glute before we take it on the other side. So keep the left leg on the mat, bend the right knee, take the ankle over the leg, make sure your ankle bone isn't on there, and if that's enough, stay there. Otherwise, take hold of the back of the left leg, and if you want that bonus hamstring stretch, extend your left leg towards the ceiling. Just breathe into that gluteus medius, which should be burning at this point. And when you're ready, release, and we will come to the other side. So again, elbow tip to the back edge of the mat, lining yourself up with the back of the mat to start off with, then draw the feet towards the front edge of the mat, make sure your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked, hand can be in front of you or behind the head. Lift the top leg to hip height, and then flex to kick, kick, and point to reach. Kick, kick, and reach, kick, kick, and reach. 5 more. Really pressing that bottom leg down. And 3. And 2. And 1. And then bring the leg back to join the bottom leg. Again, press down on your hip. Make sure your top leg hasn't shortened. Turn your knee towards the ceiling and you're going to point to kick for 3, 2, 1 and flex to resist. Up for 3, 2, 1 and resist. One more in this rhythm. And then up for 1, down for 3, 2, 1. Up for 1, down for 3, 2, 1. Last one. Into circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then draw the knees in as if you're sitting in a chair. And again, open the knees and then open the heel, close the knees. Heels, knees, heels, knees. 4, 3, 2, 1 and then hover at the top and from the hip pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, flex the foot and you'll feel this more, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, resist, roll onto your back, keep the right leg on the floor, left leg over the right leg, make sure that ankle bone isn't touching it, flex the foot to support it, and then if you want a bit more, take hold of the back of the leg or extend the leg towards the ceiling and breathe into those glutes. Listen to the bunny snores. And then roll all the way up for side bend. Side bend is just a fancy word for side plank. So it's up to you whether you come down onto the forearm or whether you stay up on the hand. Either way, have your hand or your forearm a little way away from your body, so diagonally in front of you. Knees bent, top foot in front of bottom foot, heels in line with the seat, so your knees are bent. Take your top hand on your thigh, but extend it towards the ceiling and use that reach to lift the hips off. If you're struggling with this and you need to put that knee down, that's absolutely fine. You're still getting oblique exercise there. And then we're going to dip those hips for 3 and 2 and 1, and then take the hand to the thigh and lower with control. Did I mention we're doing 3 sets? So arm towards the ceiling again, lift the hips, and this time we're going to take the arm over the head to stretch it out and towards the ceiling. Over the head, towards the ceiling, make sure you're not dropping your head, towards the ceiling, and then back to the thigh and lower with control. The next one is quite tough, so if you can't do that, do either the dips or the arm movements, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise, lift the hand towards the ceiling, come up into your side plank, make sure you're stacked, and then you're going to weave your hand underneath you to twist, and then inhale to untwist. Exhale to twist, inhale to untwist, last one, and then come down, draw your heels into your seat for mermaid. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten the other side. Make sure your hips are stacked so your sit bones are both kissing the mat at least. Take hold of your left ankle with your left hand, take your right arm up by your ear, inhale to sit tall, exhale to reach over, opening up your QL muscle, opening up your side body. If that's enough, stay there. If you want a bit more, look towards the top arm. If you want to take that stretch even further, bend that top arm and take the hand towards the ear and just breathe. On your next exhale, take the forearm to the mat and take the top arm over for a stretch. And then we're going to come over onto the other side for side bend and then mermaid. So again, hand a little way away from the body or forearm a little way away from the body. Top foot over bottom foot, knees bent so your heels are in line with your seat. Top arm on your thigh, then lift it towards the ceiling and keep lifting until your hips just float off the mat effortlessly. And then we're going to do 3 dips, so 3 and 2 and 1, and then hand to the thigh and lower with control. 2 more, so lift the arm to lift the hips. We're going to hold it there as you take your arm over your head and then towards the ceiling. Over your head, towards the ceiling. Last time. And then lower that hand to the thigh and roll down into the mat. And again, you can take one of those 2 things again if you want to, or you can come with me to do the twist. So arm up, lift the hips, and then weave that hand through under you, twist the hips, and inhale to unweave, exhale to twist, inhale to reach up, and last one, and then lower for mermaid. Again, bringing those heels in, trying to make sure both sit bones are in the mat. Take hold of the right ankle with the right hand, left arm up by the ear, and then reach up and over, and either look towards the top arm, or if you want more, you can bend the top arm and really breathe into that QL muscle here. And then forearm to the mat, top arm over the head for that counter stretch. Okay, moving on into teaser series. So we're going to start lying into the mat, both feet on the mat, and then take them a little away from you so they're in kind of small mountains. And the smaller the better. Keep the knees together but extend the right leg towards the high diagonal. Take your arms up, or if you want to, you can hold onto your thighs. Press your hips really strongly into the mat. Inhale to prepare, and as you exhale, roll up towards that leg into a kind of V shape. Inhale there, and then exhale to roll down to the shoulder blades. Inhale to prepare, exhale to roll up towards that foot. Inhale there, exhale to roll back. Last one. Inhale, exhale to roll up. Inhale, exhale all the way back. And we're going to change legs. So extend that left leg out, keeping the knees together. That's actually going to help you. Arms up or by the thighs, so you can use your thighs for traction if you want to. Inhale to prepare, really press those hips into the mat. Exhale to roll up into your V shape. Inhale at the top, exhale to roll back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and roll back. Last one, and exhale. Inhale there, and exhale to roll back. The next 2 are a little harder, so if that was enough for you, just stay with that. Otherwise, draw the knees into the chest, heels together, take the knees to about shoulder width apart, arms either up towards the ceiling or onto your thighs. Frog the legs out, take them to low diagonal, then inhale to roll the head, neck and shoulders up, and exhale to come up into a V shape. If you can, take your arm up by your ears, and then you're going to lower the legs and lift the legs. Lower and lift, lower and lift, and then roll all the way into the mat, draw the knees in, and take a moment. That's teaser 2. We're going to do teaser 1, we're doing it backwards. So again, arms up by the ceiling or to the thighs, knees apart, heels together, really press those heels together. Take the legs out to the low diagonal and then roll up into your teaser. Keep those legs pressing strongly together. Keep the legs where they are, roll down to the shoulder blades, and as you exhale, roll back up again. Roll down, and up, and one more if you've got it in you. And then roll all the way down, draw the knees in, and just rock from side to side. Okay, bring the forearms underneath you, so they're supporting you like you're watching TV or something. Then draw the knees into you and extend them towards the ceiling. It's fine to keep slightly bent, it's fine to have a diamond shape in between the knees, but heels should stay together. Then you're going to inhale to draw the legs in, Exhale to send them right, around, left and up. In and out. In and out. Then we're going to change direction. So inhale to draw them in, exhale to circle. In and around. Last one. And then draw the knees in, roll down into the mat, extend the legs long, take the arm over the head and roll over onto your tummy for swimming, which is absolutely everybody's favourite. It's not. So you're extending both arms and legs long. Hopefully again you have more space than I do. Really press those hip bones into the mat and draw the abdominals in and up. Then lift the right arm and the left leg and reach them to the opposite side of the room. And then lower. Then lift the left arm and right leg and lower. You can lift the head if you want to. You can stay with this, just alternative lift and lower if you want to, or you can lift both arms and legs and then flutter your arms and legs like swimming as you inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2. Hold. Then push back onto your heels into child's pose, which you probably need if you did the prep full swimming. Or you might need anyway. Okay, you'll be pleased to know that there is one more exercise to do, and it's a really fun one. So you're going to have your feet flat on the mat, and feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart. Bring your hands into prayer and then dive them through between your legs, and then round to take hold of the outside of your ankles, and then bring yourself to the front edge of the mat. Hold those ankles or those heels strongly. Make sure you've got plenty of space behind you. Bring the legs off the mat and point the toes. Then press the arms and legs into each other and roll back as far as you can without falling over, so that your abdominals really dome. Then you'll see why this is called seal, because you're going to clap your heels together for 3, 2, 1. Then rock all the way back. Then come back up again. Clap 3, 2, 1. Rock back. Then come up. Clap 3, 2, 1. Rock back. And come up. Going to have a go at 5 more of these, and then see if you can come all the way up to standing. When you're, I'm going to kneel down to do this, but stay standing. As you're standing, extend both arms towards the ceiling. Take hold of one wrist with the other arm. Extend it all the way up, and then take a side bend, really pressing your feet strongly into the mat. Inhale to come to center, release. Take hold of the other wrist, reach it all the way up, and then exhale and take that side bend again. And come back to the center, resist the arms down, and you guys are done. Thank you very much for coming. Next week is term time again, so I'll see you then.